Hamari hates them because it's an art and they're horrible at it.
See, when you're a sloppy bureaucrat, people can come at you with things like lawsuits and subpoenas and all that shit. But if you're actually good, there's nothing they can fucking do, and you can fuck them over so badly.
Yep, counters to them. So anyway, since it's you two, and just a update, Lydia will be. I don't know if Lydia's joining. But I don't know when Jake will. And I have a single thing in this arc that needs to get done. So I'm basically going to be twisting Jake's arm to finish that arc. And then my hope is that Franco will be available to play at some point, because there's a time where Franco can play and Lydia's on, because there's something integral for them to do before we can move on from this part. So,
please don't drag this out for so long that I have to get another permit to stay here.
Another Oh, yeah, no. I'm planning on basically. I'm gonna have you guys be pushing this quest forward by yourself, and then when it gets to the point where I need Sai and Yuka, what I might end up doing is finding out when Franco does have free time. And I know Lydia currently is unemployed, but she's been trying to get a lot of other stuff done. She's been doing a lot of side jobs, a lot of side gigs. She's also trying to recover from health issues. That I'm hoping that I can. What I'll probably end up doing is have Michelle record a session and run it separately with those two. And it might end up being, for a little while, that we have segments of certain characters doing certain things. Sometimes the group might physically be together, but players won't be. So
you can always just get up to shenanigans.
Well, the problem is I do like them, but it's my hope was to have this campaign wrapped up by the end of this year. And that's
wait, you're serious? Let me laugh louder.
Right. Well, it made it easier that I no longer have to flesh out Elrilla's arc and Brookside's arc. It's more of you will see things happen. There's going to be a point where Elrilla and Brookside steps away, and you'll basically see, as you guys keep coming back to the Light Ember, things happening. But, so then I only have to focus on the four of you, and Stump, your arc is soon to be done, and then you're basically a character who is just attached to the party.
I have no meaning.
It's more, I just can't give, other than your character being there, being interesting, being you, and having, ties to the Enlightened Ember, I can't, the arc was written without rewriting a bunch of stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just being dramatic.
It's fine. So, but yeah. So for this session, I think I remember specifically asking you two questions to make sure you could answer for this session.
Yeah, I thought those were supposed to be little micro sessions that we were supposed to have between then and now.
Yeah, I thought you said you were going to send me something like, hey, there's a situation, how would you handle it?
Fuck, I completely spaced it. Shit. Well, since it's the two of you here, I'll do that.
I stab it.
Yeah, sorry, I completely spaced that.
I mean, I'm in Discord every day.
No, I know.
Don't hesitate to come in, please. I need company.
No, I know that, Andrew. I've been actually trying to fix up my schedule a bit to be a little bit more on with people. I've just been fucking busy with work, and then I got hit with COVID, and then I have a bunch of personal shit going on, and then now I have 3 major personal things going on with my family that all incorporate me. So I've just been fucking drained. Anyway.
Great.
Uh,
Always something, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's just the 2 of us. Throw the situation out and see what happens.
Well, anyway,
I stab it. Mostly because I can't burn it.
See? That works. We're both in agreement. No conflict. Quick resolution.
just like in Dishonored, if you stab a person, hide their body, they're no longer a problem. Unless you're going for that weak, low chaos playthrough.
Who goes for those?
In the notes here, I wrote your name 3 times correct, once as Liam.
Liam.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so, what do y'all guys remember from last time?
It was a fucking weird session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unbalanced and one-sided in 2 different ways.
Yeah, so there was that weird lady that Lydia overshared everything with, so she attacked her. I had to go help kill an old lady.
And we'll never see her again.
People got teleported to a weird swamp.
That was a mind fortress.
Yeah, Yuka identified what it was, but there's no way in hell Hamari understood what
No, she doesn't fucking understand hardly anything that goes on around here.
Yeah. This is same magic bullshit, it just involves tree huggers now.
Yeah.
Except there's a lot more trees.
No, well, actually, Hamari might feel at home with the amount of trees, but they're just different trees. There's a lot of trees in the Enlightened Ember. Remember, it's like a fucking rainforest.
Yeah. This is a temperate forest.
Great, it's green hell. I love it.
Mm-hmm. God, I don't want to play that game in VR. That sounds awful.
You have to dig out freaking skin parasites.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much entirely right. And then Liam, you talked with Gregory for extended periods of time and gathered up some information.
Oh, there are 2 other characters I want to have long-winded conversations with, by the way.
Oh, and who were they?
Irakora and there was one other. Shit, who was it?
Check your XP goals long terms cheat.
No, I never wrote it down.
Whoa.
Oh, Yolrissa. There we go.
Right.
Yolrissa's in there.
Right.
I got a lot of topics I want to talk to him about.
Her.
Huh?
Yolrissa, not Hisra.
Yeah, Yolrissa.
Right. Yeah, you guys.
I actually have that one written down. I don't have Irakora's written down.
Yeah, and the point is too is you guys need to try and find a way to get back to Yolrissa because you want to get back Velko.
Yeah.
Or Velko.
Velcro.
Anyway. Let's see. So yeah, so it's the next day. Hamari, you're recovering from that. You're a bit on edge. You probably were able to sequester some half-decent wine from this place. They seem to have some unique vintages, even stuff that's pretty cheap. You seem to enjoy. There's just some type of acidity to a lot of the wines here that you find very pleasant. And it makes you wonder if it's just the environment or if it's these fucking tree huggers are using magic to make it better. So we see you. We see Brookside and Arilla walking out the tavern door. They had mentioned earlier that they were going to go do some errands, something to do with a book. And you're sitting there in the tavern, part of the inn, after what happened, and The bartender and bar waitress are avoiding you unless you specifically ask for them because of what happened.
Let them fear me.
You've had a guard come to you and ask for information, and the same with Liam. And you guys were, told what you knew. Or same with not sorry with Liam, Yuka. Both of you have been basically talked to about this, and the bit of information that's interesting here is that apparently, the particular thing that you encountered isn't aggressive. So they're very confused why it attacked you. They're not putting any blame because this is a force that is kind of uncontrollable and has something to do with how the force communicates with its people. And they have heard in the past that it has gotten randomly aggressive with people, but it hasn't been heard of in decades. So they're not putting you in any dark light, but they're telling you that whatever you're doing, stop, or this is probably going to happen again. And they basically warn you that anything it does is you're not going to be protected. So if you're pissing it off and it kills you, they're not at fault.
It's such inspiring confidence in the local constable, considering we're foreign travelers. What we were doing was staying in an inn, and an old lady attacked us.
Yeah, and they give you the runaround that they say that this particular
old lady was not actually an old lady, but some kind of representative of the forest.
Yeah, and they tell you that this creature has not attacked anyone in years.
And why were the last people attacked?
They tried burning down the forest.
That sounds like an issue.
Yeah, so they basically told you we have laws in place, but we don't try and dictate what it does or how it does things. So we're not going to assume you were doing anything ill will. And as far as we can tell, you're not doing anything ill will. We will be keeping an eye on you, but just so you're aware that if you're doing anything like using certain magic, and they give you a glance you're not supposed to, don't, stuff like that.
Oh, Himari's going to get into a bureaucratic argument about them. She's going to literally pull out the rules, point out situations as hosting party, you're responsible for per subsection 32C.
Are you using one of two ways to?
Oh no, I'm just trying to piss him off.
Oh, okay. So this dude has seemed pretty chill, and it's obvious that he's kind of young for an elf. And this is more of the, I'm gonna go get my manager, and he leaves the tavern.
Yeah, I'm turning into a total Karen.
Yeah, so eventually the actual constable comes here, and it's a funnily enough a hill dwarf.
Hill dwarf.
Yep. And he walks up.
Does Hamari know the difference?
No. You have seen hill dwarfs here and there. You've never seen what people have been referring to as a mountain dwarf, which is usually a lot more paler skin. They apparently only reside in the north.
Okay.
Yeah, he saunters up to the table, and he's got a very unique looking, almost Kevlar-y looking vest and hat and stuff, but a little bit more, hippie greeny. And he has a big glaive on his back, as well as a short crossbow on either side. And he says, I heard you've been causing problems.
We were attacked in the night. How is us being the victim a problem?
Right. And the last time this entity of ours called Anasha decided to attack anyone, it was because we were trying to burn down the forest. You obviously pissed it off.
By doing what? Again, we're literally just here.
Yes, we concluded the investigation that we couldn't find you doing anything, but that still doesn't change the fact that this is not an aggressive force, and somehow you made it attack you.
In a world of magical creatures and effects, it's just completely impossible that somebody could control it. Or direct it.
Unlikely.
Or lie to it.
They could lie to it all they want. They'll never actually be able to succeed. It has a way of knowing people. And again, while we don't have any current laws that can dictate it attacking you, meaning that we should attack you, we're wary. And we're going to chalk this up to as a misunderstanding.
Okay, so thought crime is a thing in your country. Got it.
For the Nasha? Yeah. And he starts walking and he says, do you have anything else to complain about?
Do you have an address I can write a letter to?
No. And he walks out.
I don't think they actually care much about us.
No.
What gave you that idea?
Yeah, we'll say you and Liam are sitting at the table with Yuka, and Yuka just looks down at her drink, and she's just not talking, seems distant.
Something on your mind?
You startle her, she looks up, yeah, a lot of things. Why? What? Did I miss something?
Not really. Whatever it was that you fought happens to be a some kind of spirit of the forest.
Yeah.
In case you missed that part.
No, I heard. I know about the Nasha. It's supposed to be a very kind, gentle being.
Well, it ain't quite living up to its reputation at the moment.
Yes. So it feels so nice and kind. Why did I have to kill it?
Hamari, can you give me an insight check? Oh, god damn it, logged me out again, you motherfucker.
It's 16.
Yeah, I should have said the thing. That's good enough. I was gonna do it against hers, but I need to log back in. What the fuck is it?
Ping the map every now and then. That way it doesn't log you out.
Why is it logging you out?
I've just never had this. I've never used Chrome, so I'm guessing this is a particular issue with.
I use nothing but Chrome. I've never been logged out.
I mean, I just habitually ping anyways. I don't know if it'll try to log me out or not.
Roll 20. There we go.
It's part of my thinking process. So the Knoll camps are still a thing?
Knoll camps?
Between Cradle and Aquagranum?
Yeah, after they were cured, they kind of went back to their own thing. You guys didn't extinguish them.
Perfect. Back to normal.
Oh. That?
Yee.
Yeah, except for the whole, dude named Taz that's, riling them all together to kill the king. That's fine.
Kill the king.
No king, la 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 la. Fools!
There's only 2 monarchies I know of? 3 monarchies that I know of.
Yeah, it's a joke, Andrew. They want to say Scar, so I said Taz randomly.
The United Rose Shadow Dictatorship, pretending to be a kingdom. The Enlightened Ember Empire. And you keep calling it the Empire of the Elves, so I'm just going to assume it's still an empire.
No, it's technically a kingdom. I think the only ones that get in the realm of an empire would be the Northern Great Flame, because they are many kingdoms in one. And I think it's honestly just them. I think the Northern Great Tribe Empire is the only empire.
So the Enlightened Ember is more of a kingdom than an empire.
Their government is based democracy, and they are a kingdom. Aquagram is a council.
They still have a monarch, though. Do empires usually have monarchs?
The Enlightened Ember isn't a king. Isn't a empire.
Oh, what is it then?
It's just a kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally
Single
saying
sovereign ruler.
Yeah, I was using the wrong terminology, but I think that the Northern Great Flame Empire is the only empire because they have multiple tribes and they have two primary capitals and fortresses, and they have fortress cities that are substantial, and there are literally race by race tribes that are slightly mixed, and yeah.
Oh god, it sounds like a feudal.
Well, everything's feudal still. I think Aquagram is the only place that actually doesn't use feudalism in their.
And that's more of a consulate.
Yeah, consulate would be the correct phrasing. Yes, thank you.
No singular ruler, but instead 8 individual rulers.
Yep.
Who bicker about topics. Sounds like Congress.
Yeah, it's based on race. It's meant to be because of oppression from
what the magistrate did.
Yep.
Them being a consulate was a direct result of the magistrate's abuse.
Mm-hmm. There's also the thing too that the loss of Cradle greatly diminished Aquagram's military and economic and sociological power.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem.
Yeah, they're in a weakened state. That's why the Enlightened Ember is looking at create. The Enlightened Ember is quite literally looking at creating an empire.
Yep.
So my insight check.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so this against Lydia. Let's see if she can, or Yuka. Let's see if she can resist. You're gonna open the damn thing up or not? Load. There you go. Fuck is that? Go. Go. Oh. Yeah. So after you say, then why did I have to kill them? You see her kind of flinch and look down her drink, then look up at you, and as soon as she sees you're staring right at her, she looks back down at her drink. She definitely has a good feeling, good reason to believe why it attacked.
Out with it.
She pulls out her herb bag and dumps out the contents. She says, "There."
So are those just up for grabs, or?
But she said, Hamari said, "Out with it." That's all I have inside my pack.
Jeez. No, stop clamming up. Tell me exactly what the hell's going on.
Oh,
I'm all for murder. I just kind of want to have a backstory to it.
Oh, she looks down at her herbs and she looks at Liam and she slides you over like a small baggie and puts the rest away. Said you used that one in tea. She's obviously fucking avoiding
the topic.
She's slowly putting away each of these leaves.
All right, so I don't care if you tell me or not, but would you be safer if we put you back up with Val?
We would have to go half a continent away just to put her back up there.
Well, also, mind you, I don't know where Sai is right now, but I'm the only way we can get here.
Yes.
So I can't just leave.
Well, it doesn't sound like the forest wants you here. That's going to be a bit of an issue you both are going to hash out if you want to stay.
If there's a threat, we need to know about it. Not just to wake up in the middle of the night to being strangled by some weird vine creature.
And if it threatens us, that's going to be a problem.
We're just ganging up on her.
So maybe we should find this Nasha, maybe talk to her, hash things out.
No.
Talk? Why?
Don't do that. Well, we probably won't be able to. The heart of the forest is well protected.
She found us once. She's got to be around.
Oh, she's always around.
Assuming you didn't just kill her once and for all.
No, definitely didn't.
Darn.
So, she seemed like a nice lady, and she was asking me some questions, and I kind of just answered them.
Questions about...
Oh, about the forest, the blood forest.
She didn't like your answer.
No, she really didn't like that we tried sprouting a blood forest at the edge of her domain.
That thing was a blood forest? Didn't look like the blood forest.
What the hell's a blood forest?
Where are we?
You are currently at Exeter.
Alright, so when we flew down here into Silpadum...
No, sorry, you're here.
So when we flew down here to Silpadum, did we happen to see the...
Yeah, Hamari would have just seen a big fucking land of just ash, and you would have seen where the mountains are on either side here, where just like it seems like the mountains were like, it's like as if you put noise over, if you put noise over a picture and then erase 80% of it, that's what it looks like. And it's just like
mountains were just erased.
Yeah, there's jagged peaks that are sheer cliffs. And then in between is just ash.
Alright, so the mountain range that we saw on our way down here had a big old gap and nothing but ash for leagues around, correct?
Yeah.
That's what was called the Blood Forest. Neither the gods nor the people liked it, and it constantly reached out, tried to eat people, for lack of a better term. It would consume them. Mind, body, and soul. I have no idea what it did with the first two, but the last one became part of the forest. An inherently malignant entity that would just consume. For what reason, I don't know, but neither the gods nor the people liked it, so they got rid of it. That giant ash field was the result. This Nasha is claiming that Miss Yuka here was attempting to bring it back.
Yuka says,
but that whatever it was that you brought up, or sort of like sprouted, I guess would be the word.
She's not mad about that. She's mad about where we actually did make the ground sprout blood forest.
But we got rid of that.
Yes, she's just not very happy that we did that at all.
I mean, how else are we supposed to discover things? We didn't know what would happen.
I mean,
poke and prod.
So there's a predatory plant that's large enough to be a geographical feature that people kept getting eaten by. They got tired of it, so they burned down the forest, scooped up, did whatever the hell their bullshit magic does. And they were happy that it's gone. Miss Yuka, gestures to her, wanted to do something about bringing it back for whatever reason, and the spirit forest is angry because
I didn't want to bring it back. It just happened. Elrilla was messing around with it, and I wasn't quite aware of what she was doing, and her and Sai basically sprouted it by, I don't know, it's my people did something to the land there, and it's just primed to allow the blood forest to grow again.
So then what was that blue thing you sprouted?
I kind of don't and do know. It's something that's very old.
Reminiscent of the blood forest, but not quite.
It's meant to be a complement to it. They used to be one thing at one point, and then they were split in two. One for soul, one for the body.
Who's they?
I don't know. All I know from my family and the people I grew up with, which very well could be, false.
Alright, well, I'm hoping that whatever this Nasha thing is got her anger out on that one bout. I really don't want to tango with something in here if I don't have to.
She shakes her head. No, she's likely going to come back.
Great.
We'll have to do something to placate her.
Hey, and how do you intend on doing that?
Getting lots of flowers and telling her I'm sorry.
Somehow I doubt that's going to work.
They'll look really nice.
Next time she shows up, let's see if we can talk to her.
Next time somebody asks you about a hugely taboo subject, just deny it.
I don't like lying.
I didn't say lie, I said deny.
Right. By the way, she's full of shit. She lies all the time. Yeah, so she looks down at her drink, drinks it, says, I don't know why Nasha hasn't attacked again. It's not like that was her only... She has many forms and many strengths. She might be waiting till I'm alone, or... So we best not travel alone.
Right.
No, you best not travel alone. There's a difference.
Right. Right. Uh-huh. She drinks her drink again and says, the wine here is really nice.
Are you sure you wouldn't be safer in Val's Manor?
How would you get back?
Yeah,
Cyrus knows teleportation, and if I can find a focus, so will I.
Well,
we can't use teleportation or any kind of movement magics in here anyways.
Yeah. So, God damn, that was obnoxious. Wait till Stump gets back.
No, I'm here.
No, okay.
And if this Nasha creature has issues with you, maybe your absence will placate her? We're not really here to interact with the forest in any way, shape, or form. We're just here to find and talk to somebody. As long as we keep to our business, it shouldn't have any issues.
She shakes her head. It's like, no, I don't want her to be angry at me. I've always looked up to Nasha.
We're going to have to deal with this carefully, then. Don't tell anyone else this, but Telos seems absent here.
When you say that, by the way, Liam, you feel a gentle caress on your mind.
What does that mean, he's absent?
Let me put it in terms you can understand. The magic that I normally cast, I cannot cast here. So we can't rely on that to defend ourselves with. I got my dagger, I got my pistol. That's it.
You feel another, breeze on your mind, the spot where Talos would be. Yuka looks and says, it's weird that he's not here.
Not really. It's a forest with a canopy of leaves, almost buried in the dirt. I'm just about as far away from the wind and the waves as I could possibly be.
I mean,
it's not surprising he's absent here. The only way I could be further from his domain is if I were underground.
We passed a lake on the way here.
Not sure he has jurisdiction over those.
Who does?
Probably this Nasha fella. Or woman we keep talking about.
Yeah, so Yuka nods and says, I know where Yuka and Brookside are. I'm gonna go find them and let them know what's going on.
Aye.
She finishes her drink, looks at it longingly, and then stands up and fumbles out the door. So now it's just... and at this exact moment, Sai comes downstairs And yawns, realizes, what I miss?
Nothing important.
I mean, nothing important. Liam, every time you say that, I know you're lying.
Well, I'm not doing much to hide it.
Good. He looks to you, Homari. What? So, what happened?
It's the standard. I had to kill an old lady. Some people are upset about it. I had to lie to the police.
Good pastime. Did you really stab her in the front this time?
Don't you have a corpse to defile somewhere?
Excuse you, I do not do corpse. Fucking goddamn, what was that?
That was a wheeze.
God, that was the wrong kind of pitch that it actually set something off in my fucking flight or fight brain. Like a fucking alarm. Anyway.
Listen, I'm trying to enjoy my wine and whatever this is salad thing that they feed people here.
He goes to reach for your bowl.
I will grab it back so I can point my fork at him going, no.
You said you didn't want it, and I'm hungry.
I said I'm trying to enjoy this. Go get your freaking own.
Then I don't wanna.
I will stab you.
Fine. He gets up and he comes back with like a small rabbit and some potatoes.
It was like an Aztec screaming whistle.
Andrew, you did watch that one video I sent you where it showed that when you make a clap noise, the top of Chichen Itza, that it actually makes like a bird noise?
I didn't watch the video, but I did read the title.
Yeah, that is fucking awesome. I love that somebody figured that out back then. That's so cool.
Oh, that's another reason I got a Quasimorph. All of the Quasimorphs are themed off of Aztec. Their weapons, their armor, their names, their desire for human organs.
Was Chichen Itza actually a Aztec temple?
Chichen Itza? That might have been Mayan.
I'm pretty sure that might have been Mayan. Oh, there was also that other video I sent you that talked about like the oldest civilization we found. That's pretty cool.
Not sure I watched that one.
Guacogole Pepe. It's like fucking in Turkey, and it like dates back like before we knew people did agriculture.
Is that the Indus River civilization?
I'm not sure. Like all I know is that they built into a hill that was literally made up tough, so they could dig down into it because it was soft enough. And then they hauled up limestone bricks to make like the support structures, and they basically made like thatched canopies. But yeah, this dates back before agriculture, like before we knew in the Neolithic times. So it's a very, very neat discovery.
Yeah.
Well, our timeline for understanding human history has been changed so many times. That would be surprised if it would changed again.
Yeah, and that's kind of the coolest thing about archaeology is they say this. They like to use the phrase, "This is the oldest known thing yet."
Yeah.
Right. It's the idea that there's always
it's like I watched a video and like, how old is clothing? It's like, well, they can look at different, type of crops that get made, like different like cottons and flaxes and various fibers. And then they can look at archaeological evidence like dyes and actual cloth fragments. But they don't hang around for very long.
No, they don't. We pretty much need some. We need like hieroglyphics or glyphics.
Yes.
Or documents.
What does hang around a lot more are body louse.
Ah.
They only come around when you're wearing clothing.
Ah. That's a very interesting point.
Yeah, and they were able to see fossil records of body louse in humans a long, long time ago, like 25,000 years ago.
Right, because they figured out, man, it gets cold.
Well, it's not just cold, it's also, heat and wind and all that shit.
Protection.
And it's a lot easier to walk through the woods without getting 9,000 fucking scratches on you.
Yeah, we have a horrible habit. Archaeological evidence and history doesn't necessarily do this, but we have a bad habit of like in the last 200-300 years of looking back at primitive people and saying, oh, they were stupid, dumb, and primitive, and they couldn't obviously have done any of this. Like, no,
they're clever.
it's clever, and also stacking bricks on top of bricks isn't that fucking hard. It just takes a lot of effort.
But there's also a lot of idiots out there going like, the only way the ancient Egyptians could have built the pyramids was because of aliens or some weird advanced lost technology. And then everybody looks at, like, you know, the pyramids in Mexico, and everybody's like, well, yeah, of course Mexicans built that.
Of course the Mexicans built that.
But yeah, it is ridiculous where it's almost, I don't want to call it racist, but it's just like speciesist. It's like to assume that a person couldn't figure out how to stack things up, or like, especially what irritates me is you get fucking Netflix of all places sponsors like, and History Channel sponsoring like ancient alien myths and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to, like, for instance, like it's like off it's near America. It's like what people call the they call it something, but it's not a road. It's like it's a wall, and it's called a wall because it is a completely natural sandstone, or it's a beach sand or beach stone structure that just evolve. It just happens over time like this, like when it erodes. So it looks like a fucking path, but it's just how nature erodes and does things. Just like the giant stepway in fucking, was it Ireland or something? Like, you can get unique structures that aren't necessarily fucking, you know, man-made, that just happen naturally.
Yeah, not to mention humans their brains are programmed to look for patterns and familiar things.
Part of our survival mechanism.
Yes.
Anyway.
But anyways, we digress.
Yep. So.
All right, derailed.
Yeah. So Sai comes back with a bunny and some potatoes, and you're pretty sure that wasn't on the menu when you went up there.
Great.
Well, Liam, you haven't went yet. This is just when Hamari did.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like...
I think Hamari's just more complaining about this isn't her people's food, so she's having some cultural difficulties adjusting to something that's different.
Right. And then, and just, if you didn't catch what I was kind of hinting at there, they gave you like the worst fucking salad. It's just leaves with maybe like a tomato in it.
Oh god, it reminds me when I went out to Portland, Oregon for the DVI conference. Like, oh yeah, they provide lunch every day catered from the hotel. All right, here's your salad with mixed greens. It literally looked and smelled like lawn clippings. I'm not being facetious or exaggerating. Like, it's like the smells, like, you know,
actually smell like grass.
It actually smelled like, you know, if you had a lawnmower, opened up the bag that catches all the clippings, and you smelled that. That's what the salad smells like.
It's not the most worst smell, but it does bring a thought to mind that's not pleasant.
No. Yeah. But anyways, digress further. But yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out a phrase. It's like, that was on the menu side?
You went up there and said, give me meat. And
you didn't just like steal somebody's pet rabbit, did you?
He like looks down at it, looks at you, and looks hurt. It's like, I would never kill him.
Yes, you would. I just cut him off.
He laughs. And he like just eats it, and he's like, He's like savoring it. You don't need an insight. It's not that good. It's pretty dry. But like, he's intentionally trying to make it look better.
Yeah. Is there anything in these rules but arson?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
what about a termite infestation?
No.
Ooh, bed bugs.
Anyway, so, yeah, so Sai swallows and he says, "It's me yawning, sorry." Sai says, bad food aside, so what actually happened last night?
I killed an old lady.
Yes. And is that it? Just an old lady?
Yeah, something about Yuka was talking to her. She didn't like what Yuka said, so she attacked, so I had to kill the old lady. Now the guards are up in her ass.
Aye. The spirit of the forest doesn't like Yuka for some reason. Something to do with the blood forest? I don't know.
He takes another bite, chews it slowly, making really long, exaggerated, and swallows it, and says, I mean, before, the whole Histra thing, Yuka's never been really good at doing anything with nature. Anytime she tried talking with small animals, they'd run. She tried talking to a wyvern once, that went horribly.
How's a wyvern?
He, crooks his head at you, and, eats another bite of rabbit.
You've never had to deal with a wyvern, huh?
What part of I'm new to this land don't you get?
Your airships are in for a big surprise. Avoid Cradle if you can.
Yeah, Sai swallows and he says, You're dragon people. It's basically a dragon, but take a scorpion and mix it together. You don't have those over there? Do you have scorpions?
2 legs, 2 wings, a stinger tail. Really big. I'm an absolute menace to airships. Arm your fleet well.
Okay.
You know about dragons, right? Isn't your queen or something like a dragon?
Shut up, okay?
He takes another bite.
Not intelligent. They don't talk.
Himari's gonna knock his plate onto the floor.
He doesn't show any signs of acknowledgement. He just continues chewing slowly and making overly long, drawn-out sounds. And then swallows. He says, wasn't that good anyway.
Anyway, back to Yuka.
Aye.
You see him reach for the floor and pick up a potato with his fork and pop it in his mouth. Sorry.
Aye, so what about her?
Yeah, so he finishes chewing and he sets the fork down. Okay, that's good enough. So, Yuka said things that pissed off nature. Guess not surprised. What did she tell them?
Everything, I think.
Something about the blood forest. Whatever you guys did back there.
Everything that we were be framed by shape-shifting fuckhead who, that everything, or that...
I doubt Nasha would care about that.
I'm pretty sure she's just referring to the whatever you guys did when we first got here.
Apparently upset that you sprouted the blood forest.
I didn't know that was going to happen. You'd think
You just said that you know that Yuka's not a very good, nature person.
Right, but isn't that her whole group was about the blood forest?
Aye.
You could be bad at everything.
She knows much about it.
So then...
This Nasha entity is going to be a problem. I'd rather deal with her peacefully.
Yeah, fighting a whole forest doesn't sound too easy. Fireball is really useful.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Why not? It saves us a lot of trouble.
Right, but I can
go ahead and try and let me know how that works out for you.
Hamari, as much as I agree with you, I can only cast it so many times, and then after that, the whole vines wrap around you and things get erotic. He waves his hand.
When it comes to these deific beings, they
You just need the proper prep time, all right? You cast Grease in a lot of strategic locations, then you cast Fireball.
How do you know about those spells?
Because I pay attention to you.
He pulls out he prestidigitations a fake notepad and writes down notes and then makes it disappear.
Okay, I may not know a lot about magic, but I do know a bit about arson. Okay, I've done it a couple times.
Right, but these are all living trees, meaning they're not going to catch fire quickly. We probably shouldn't talk about this.
Aye, probably listening.
Mm-hmm.
Considering we're associated with her current object of hatred.
Mm-hmm. Especially you, and he points to Hamari.
Me.
How is she associated with Yuka?
Didn't she help kill the old lady?
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
you call it kill.
But I can't imagine she'd hold malice towards her for defending her crew.
I mean, I've heard things about nature spirits. They can be. He looks over at you, Liam, and says, a bit chaotic.
They're quite temperamental.
Yeah.
It's not like they have a code of ethics to live by.
Nope. If it dies, it goes on the ground and they eat it. Anyway, so I think we should probably... Actually, where are the other three?
Off doing random things, not here.
Okay. Well,
We should go join them. Go find them.
I have a better idea. We should put some resources and time towards, trying to get into the damn high place so we can find this fucking guy and tell Irakora about him.
Hey, get out of my head.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We just had this little sidestep of the Force trying to kill us.
So first we should probably get there, eh?
Right. So, yeah, we're not supposed to be in the high city. Dollars to Donuts, that's where they are.
Aye, but we can be in the lower city, which is pretty damn close.
Right. But, Hamari, you said something about one of the people who like to screech with their mouth and whatever, learned a song that apparently was known to you, and that might have came from this person we're looking for.
Yes.
Right. So, maybe we say we want to visit the college. Maybe that's good enough reason to go into the high city?
Great. Still in the high city.
Well, it might be in the low city, actually. I don't know. We don't know.
It's definitely in the high city. That's what the bard told us.
Ah. Okay.
We just need to go there first. Figure it out.
I say we get there, assess the situation, deal with it.
Right. I mean, it's about a 2 days journey.
We meet this Nasha feller, we see if we can talk to her.
Right. Talk to a tree. Yuka's so good at that. Anyway, yeah.
I'm poorly equipped to take down a deific being at this moment. Let's try diplomacy.
Yes.
Oh, well, we just go do the thing we need to do and leave.
Also, yes. How about this? I'm going to use a particular spell to go find the others, bring them back here.
Or how's about you don't? And we do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, are we supposed to not do magic here?
Sai looks at you, he says, wait, what?
The regulations...
He blinks.
Mr. Cyrith?
Yeah?
I order you to not cast magic here. Please.
You're not my mom.
You know what? You're right, Sai. Go outside, assert your dominance, cast your spells.
Maybe, yeah. Fine.
No, I'm serious. Go out and do it. What are they going to do?
No,
because the great necromancer Sai, you could kill them, raise their friends up to kill them other more friends, which gives you a bigger army. And then you're
it's a good idea. So
the darkness of the forest, to call you.
Yeah. So
I'm mocking you, by the way.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're not doing that. I hate this place. Though there is this very unique thing going on here, though.
Oh?
Yeah, it's very unique and a thing.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go into detail, or you just gonna keep saying those two words?
About what?
Never mind. Let's move on.
Do you guys think I'm actually playing Psycrack? Because I think I am.
I'm not sober enough for this conversation. Hamari's going to get up and go to the bar, get some more drink.
No, last time I was asking. Do you?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know.
I think you're being way too talkative.
Yeah, it depends, because it's like right now, because it's just us, I'm trying to like fill a gap. Okay, so you guys go, you find the rest of the party. Hamari, you said you were going to go to the bar again?
Well, that's going to go to the whatever they call it, whatever they have for a bar there. Like get more alcohol because I'm not sober enough to talk to Sai.
Ah, gotcha. Yep. So, but yeah, before you guys leave, you grab a couple bottles and stash them. You maybe get a little wine skin to keep filling it up. It's such meager amount of money. I'm not going to bother worrying about it.
I'll just give him the 7 silver I have on my paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll cover that bar on the tab.
Yeah, so you guys work your way out. And while you guys are walking around, you both are walking through a crowd, and at some point the crowd turns into a group. They're all wearing the same clothing, and you're kind of just trying to work your way through the crowd, and they stop and look to you. They're wearing like bark and fine linen and stuff like that, and it's got a particular symbology on it. And the group in question looks like some type of religious group. And they look to you because you're kind of pressing through their group, and they open with oh, hello there. Are you new to this place? We don't think we've seen your kind here before. They're talking to any of you. Any of the
I hold up my paper or my passport effectively. I could say we're new to these parts.
A different woman pipes up, or a different person pipes up. She's a woman. Says, "Oh, fantastic! This is great. Have you ever heard of Ashura?"
Oh, God.
Can't say
Amari's going to
that.
walk over to Liam, just grab him by the hand, stop talking to the cultists. We got things to do.
So they are now all around you, and Sai's like, Sai is just eating this up. He's like talking to one of them. But yeah, Liam, the one like as Hamari grab his arm, she says like, Ashra is like the mother nature that has guided us and garnered our entire civilization and is the breath of the planet. She is
Mother Nature, eh?
Yeah.
Would you say God or guardian?
Oh, no God. This is a being. Elemental, one might say.
Aye, then as far as that goes, I think we'd get along.
Are you interested in hearing about the tenets of Ashura?
No.
Excuse me. I'm talking to him. And then another one behind you, Hamari, like pushes something in your face. It's like this weird scented soap. And she's like, "Would you be interested in buying Ashra's branded soap?"
I put my knife into that person's face. Get out of my personal space. You're violating my bubble. I don't know you.
She backs off. He says, "It's not very expensive, just 2 copies."
I don't care. What is with everybody talking about, smelling nice? All right, I have a natural musk that I prefer. Why does everybody have to insult my culture?
Another one of the Ashra acolytes behind you, Hamari says, "Oh, are you from the Enlightened Ember?"
At least somebody has recognized some things.
Yes, you're all godless heathens. Would you like to hear about Ashra?
Would you like me to send you to Ashra?
Can you roll on your passion? Hate of theists.
Say that again.
Hate of theists.
Oh, yeah. Hate of theists. Okay, strong +4. So that's just a die 20
die
plus
20.
4,
Yep.
Right? Did I do that correctly?
I don't see nothing, so we're gonna go with no. No crit, but you gain 1 inspiration. Yeah, so tell me, like, tell me how, because your hate is now fully clocked in. Do you get violent?
Oh, I will.
Okay,
I'll
so
be intimidating and threatening and try to be, I understand there's rules. I can't kill people, but
yeah, they're not super like they're not gonna walk into the knife, but they're not super dissuaded. Like she mentioned, oh, you're all godless heathens, like at there, and then like another one walks up and says, oh, Asherah is, anything of a god. She's like this. And then just another one goes off on a tangent about how great Mother Nature is and how she's super respectful of the dragon folk and like how dragons are a efficacy of nature. They are like true beauties and power. And you should feel honored and, give blessings to Asherah for your existence. And it does not stop.
Asherah. It's like, Asherah, what the hell is the name of the thing that was...
Nasha.
Sai. What the hell is the name of that thing?
That thing?
Yeah, the forest thing that's pissed off at us.
Nasha? Oh,
Nasha.
And then as soon as he says Nasha, all of them around give like their equivalent of an amen, and they say, they all go into like a quick shortened prayer to Nasha. It's all in Elvish, and I don't think any of you speak it.
I turn to whoever spoke to me, and I politely refuse. Appreciate the offer, but I'm kind of in the middle of something at the moment.
So she says, "Oh, I see you are a fellow of Talos, correct?"
Aye. Wind and the waves be my domain. Always has, always will be.
So you understand the precipice of nature. Surely you can take a blessing for Asherah when you're on the land and a blessing for Talos when you're on the sea. That way you're protected both.
My domain has always been the wind and the waves.
Just trying to recruit us into their cult, all right? They're a bunch of idiots. They can't think for themselves.
Sai looks back. He says, "I don't know. They're kind of interesting."
Yeah.
Like they're just talking to him still, and like he's no longer paying attention to the person, and they're just talking to him just without stopping, as if he never looked away and talked to you.
Okay, not sure that thing you venerated, that you had the weird like little chant you had going, right?
The woman you're talking to says, "Yes, Nasha is one of the guiding true spirits of nature. She is a direct child of Asherah." Okay,
yeah, she's great. We get that. Okay, so it'd be safe to say if Nasha like loves somebody, you'd be all like, "Oh yeah, they're great people." What happens if Nasha hated somebody? You'd be like, "Oh, they're a bunch of bastards. We need to get away from them," right?
The people that are listening to you around stop and say, "Nashra hasn't hated or attacked anyone in decades."
Really? Because I just killed an avatar of hers last night.
What
do you think about that, you fucking hippies?
Roll initiative. I'm kidding. Don't do.
Oh, come on. For an assassin character, Hamari's killed exactly 0 people, I think, so far. It's getting to her.
I mean, she has killed people before, just not ever since she's come into player avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Her quasi-morphosis is increasing.
It's ready to bust out. Yeah, so they all back up and gasp.
Oh my god, I'm an apostate. Yes. Okay. You still want to talk to me? I'm waving my knife around.
They all back up, and the crowd who is like around them, who's been giving them a bit of a birth, they all stop and stare. And now the whole crowd that was, with buzzing with a little bit of life, all of a sudden has stopped and is now silent. And Sai looks back at you and says, "Hamari, I thought you were intelligent."
And I thought you wanted to keep moving on and get to where we're going.
I mean, I did. I do.
Okay. Yeah, gesturing towards the crowd. Are you guys going to part ways and let us pass, or no?
One of the acolytes that appears to have been proselytizing to a set of people outside of the group that you're at walks to the group. They have a much better, bigger regalia. They're obviously the Puba or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. they walk forward and they say, "You killed an avatar of Nasha."
Is there an echo in here? Yes. A move.
I think you should leave.
That's what I've been trying to do this whole time.
No, leave this kingdom.
No. Now, if you excuse me, I have business elsewhere. Amari's going to attempt to go through the crowd.
He starts yelling heretic, and so does everyone start repeating it.
Yes.
Heretic,
apostate. Ooh, I'm the boogeyman.
Sai grabs your arm, Liam. He says, "Yeah, we should go."
Okay.
Yep, so you guys are booed and hissed and shit's thrown at you, and
you should also know I don't recycle.
I piss on lilies. I throw plastic in the forest.
Anytime I see a wetland, I grab a shovel and put dirt in it to just make it that much smaller.
I mix sand with dirt. Anyway, yeah, so, you're accosted for a good long while you guys are going around, and eventually, because of the accostation, it's not a word, Brookside, Arilla, and Yuka find you, and you all meet up, and Arilla looks at you and says, "What the hell did you two do?" And she's looking at Sai and Liam, not Himari.
Religious debates, you know how it goes. Himari just keeps going.
Oh, this was you. What did you tell them?
I told them the truth, and they didn't like it.
What truth? Sai cuts in. He's like, "Oh, she just told them that, they killed Mother Nature's avatar." Arilla's mouth is open. Why the fuck would you tell them that?
Get them out of our way.
And now they're going to be constantly accosting us. We're supposed to not... I thought the whole point of us being here is to not draw that much attention and get to Azurgal.
Well, at this point, he's gonna hear about us.
No shit. Killing a mother's avatar. What else?
Guess there was two ways about going about this. Trying to find him or getting him to find us.
Yeah, now we have a religious organization who's pissed at us, and we also have a elemental who's apparently pissed at us.
Look, everybody's angry at us. Everywhere we go, everybody's angry at us. So we're just playing par for the course here.
We don't need to make every kingdom or empire we go to want us dead.
Well, of course we don't need to.
Brookside,
but look. Once we get outside of town, back into the woods, it'll be fine.
Right into Nasha's domain. Sounds like a great idea.
Brookside pats Arilla and says, "Yeah, it'll be fine." Yuka says, we really shouldn't go. We should go. We should definitely go. Not really shouldn't go. We should go. The Temple of Ashra is kind of a big deal.
I've been saying that for the last 20 minutes. Let's just go. Stop talking about it.
Okay.
I would have liked to have talked to them a bit more, but let's go.
Yeah, so you guys make your way out of a town. You are constantly accosted. Himari, at some point, a sack of beans is thrown at you.
Does it hit me?
Yeah.
All right, can I determine where it came from?
A group of 80 or so people.
Throw the bag of beans back into the group of people.
Okay.
Not gently.
Yeah. You hit a small child.
Good for the child. He shouldn't have been there. Maybe he'll fucking learn.
Sounds like Amari's about to turn into a lawnmower and mow these 80 people.
I was just thinking in my mind, you threw it, went in the crowd.
Them down to size.
Hit the one child, and it bounces off and just says invulnerable.
Lol.
Didn't realize you were in a Bethesda game.
Anyway, yeah. So you guys finally make your way out of the city, and you guys are heading to Okarasept. And
Okarissa. Oh,
that's the main capital. It's up north here.
right there.
Right there.
And we're down here.
Yes.
So we're going to be following the road.
I just made a realization.
There.
I wonder if Roll20 supports SVGs.
What?
What's an SVG?
It's a infinitely scalable image file. You have to make it specific, and you have to do it right. Stable vector graphic is what Shell says it stands for. But yeah, you're able to like blow it up and scale it. I've been getting to learn more and more about them, but I was wondering if it did support it in Roll20, that if I put that on here, would it stop the fucking JPEGing when I zoom in? Problem is that I can't just take an image and convert it to JPEG, or I can't just take an image and turn it into SVG. It has to be simplistic enough to run it through a transmuter, or it has to be or it has to be simple enough to not be run through a transmuter, or it has to be it's complicated enough that it needs to be run through a transmuter. And sometimes it doesn't always work. Anyway,
It's complicated.
It kind of is, but man, like once you learn how to use like something like Inkscape or SVG formatting, it's so nice, especially when you do a lot of graphic work. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are heading to Alcaraseps, and it's going to take about 2 days. And on the first day, you guys cross over a bridge, and you're nearing a second bridge and starting to get late because you guys left later in the day. And Arilla's had her nose buried in a book again as she walks. At some point, Brookside put her on her shoulder so she could focus on it. Sai looks up randomly and says, "What book you got there this time?" And he has to sort of like repeat it 3 or 4 times, using thaumaturgy to enhance his volume finally. And Arilla's like, "What?" And he's asked, like, "What book are you reading?" It's in Elvish, I can't read it. And he says, "Why the hell do you care?" It's like, "I don't know. Usually you pick up books that you seem to be obsessed with, and they seem to be important. Last time you learned how to use magic to run lights. It's called electricity, idiot."
Bottled lightning.
She slaps her forehead. "It's a particular book about way lines." And Sai's like, "Well, what now?"
Oh, anything interesting?
Elrilla looks over and says, "Yes, actually. Apparently there are 6 here. There's one in Okerseps. There's one in the ancient city of Petronium. There's one under the main lake in the west. There's one in the main lake in the south. And apparently there's one in the mountains somewhere, and one over by Sifta, the place where we landed in." I wonder if that's what I was feeling.
What exactly is a way line?
It is...
I'll be right back. I need to get a glass of water.
Yeah. See you soon.
Give me a second, I need a drink, but... She says, it's... I'm not all the way through the book, but basically what it is a funnel of pure spiritual natural energy.
Spiritual natural energy.
Yeah.
Is it related at all to the light well?
It might be. That's hard to say. The light well did apparently have something to do with spiritual energy, but this is different. These way lines are specifically in this area, and their main domain is magic, but apparently they have some type of spiritual leaning.
That is interesting.
They're apparently very powerful, and they're very sacred. But I was thinking, judging by what I'm reading here, that this might be a... There might be a way to bridge the gap. Basically take this magical energy from these way lines and create some type of generator or reactor and turn it directly into electricity, energy. Though I doubt these tree huggers would like us tearing down an entire forest to install a fucking reactor.
Aye, but if it's magic in nature, perhaps we could do that with arcane energies?
That's the thing. They don't commune well. This isn't really arcane energy. It's something different. This is actually more in your realm, Liam, at least from what I read so far.
Really?
Some type
Well,
of...
Tellus does deal with lightning, and if you're working with bottled lightning, it seems like they'd go hand in hand.
It's not... No. What I'm saying is that your god, the elemental...
Mr. Tellus,
it's more like that tile of magic. You know, like the...
So it's divine in nature, then.
Divine elemental magic, yes.
Interesting. So you can turn divine power into bottled lightning.
Sure, let's just go with that.
That'd be something to explore.
Again, doubt they're allowing us to just rip apart huge aspects of their nature reserve.
Well, you don't have to explore it here. I'm connected to Talos. We go somewhere where I can interact with them and see what we can figure out.
It might be worth a try, but there might not be enough raw power for you to be able to funnel. This is quite literally a tap.
This can't be the only place in this world where these things exist.
From this book, sounds like it. It's what makes their kingdom unique, and apparently is what defines a lot of their boundary lines. Also,
they had to be made somehow. Maybe we could make one.
Maybe they're always here. Apparently, they have something to do with Ashura and Nasha. Again, only
so probably not then, but a distant possibility.
I'm only halfway through this book. Maybe there's someone here who's more thaumaturgically leaning, who's had time to work with it. Maybe there's a type of, I don't know, higher learning library in the high city that I could get access to.
Maybe there's one in the lower city.
Maybe. I would like to believe that public education is that good, but it very well usually isn't. All right.
We'll work with it when we get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Still interesting to learn about.
Mm-hmm. She starts getting distracted and putting her nose in the book. Yuka says... I
immediately realize I've been distracted and look around for threats.
Yeah, Yuka says, I wonder if that thing I made is somehow connected to the way lines.
Aye, you wouldn't happen to know exactly what that thing was, would you?
Yes and no. Like I said, it used to be... The Blood Forest used to be one thing, it's two things, and that was supposed to be the other part of it, the soul, spirit, whatever part of it. And apparently they were used a lot back then, and they're no longer used now.
Aye, we still haven't discovered as to why.
Nope, and I also don't know really what it's for.
Mr. Azergoth might know.
Sai pipes up and says, well, it seems like a damn soul cage, so that's kind of fucked up. But, you know, if it's related to the Blood Forest, that makes sense.
Soul cage?
Yeah, basically think of what makes you put it in a box and put about 10 other people in there.
I don't suppose that works with parts of souls, eh?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of a part soul.
After assessing the immediate area, I returned my attention to the conversation. So if that was the first half and the Blood Forest is the second half, how do you make them one thing again? Not sure I want to.
Yeah. Yuka shrugs and says, I don't know. It was a story. For all I know, that it could be a lie. The whole point of my family and the group I was with was trying to do that very thing.
Put them back together?
Mm-hmm.
If they were one thing to begin with, what purpose would that one thing serve?
Mm-hmm.
In the grand scheme of things.
No clue.
And why is it considered inherently malicious now?
Again, don't know.
It seems like there were a lot of things that were split up into two halves, for one reason or another.
Sil cuts off Yuki, says, I think that is just you pattern seeking there, Liam.
Aye. But patterns sometimes lead somewhere.
Right. Just like staring at a knot of wood and seeing a face in it.
I immediately assess the area again.
Yeah. So we cut. It's a little bit later in the night, and as you guys camp down, you actually decide to camp in kind of a well-trodden area next to this bridge, this beautifully ornate stone and wood bridge. You are just a couple hours out of Gastuagissa. And while you guys are setting up camp, Liam, you get that weird tingle again where Alice is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And you feel it kind of push you.
Do I know where?
Yeah. At least at the moment it's directional.
Mr. Brookside, come with me.
Oh, okay. He puts down a little thing that he was whittling, and his little bird sits on Elrilla's shoulder, and he walks up over to you and says, "What's up, Mr. Liam?" Or no, he says, "Mr. Sea Runner."
Something's caught my attention I want to investigate.
I
would like your guardianship if you're willing to provide.
Sure. Yeah, so you follow it?
Yep.
Yeah, so you end up walking a little over the bridge, and you walk just off the side of the path. And as you're walking, you're kind of walking a little bit in the forest, and you can hear Brookside behind you, like he's not fucking quiet.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you hear the sounds of Brookside moving through the forest stop.
I stop. Draw my dagger and pistol. Hey, what do you see?
No reply.
Mr. Brookside.
You turn around?
Yep.
He's frozen in place.
I walk up to him and I bat him alongside the head. Not hard, but trying to get his attention. Huh?
You can't move.
I can't move?
You can't move. And you hear a voice from behind you, which is where you're initially looking, say, "Hello, Liam."
Aye. Now who might you be?
Turn around?
Yep. Well, I tried to.
Yeah, you could turn around, you just can't seem to move,
out of a cylinder.
Yeah. And you literally look back, and there was a tree that wasn't there before, in the middle of your initial path, and out walks a fully wooden creature that slowly starts taking on the face of a elf, but she has leaves and grass for hair. She has bone earrings and bone protrusions. Her eyelashes are very long, elongated sticks. Her face does look elvish, much longer ears. Her ears kind of gradient into a leaf, and her dress is of some strange single plant structure, and her lower half seems to gradient into the ground.
Miss Nasha, Or perhaps someone else?
I am Ashura.
Miss Ashra. Aye, so what's your interest with me?
Well, I would like to know why a agent of Talos is in my domain.
Bounty hunting.
Oh? And who would that be?
Looking for someone.
Little more specific.
Not sure I feel comfortable telling you. I don't know you very well.
And yet I seem to know a lot about you.
Wouldn't be hard to figure out if your eyes are everywhere.
Yes.
We haven't exactly made our presence, quiet either. I'd expect the Guardians to know each other anyways. Telos, Talentha, the Lightwell, Jurgle.
Another curious thing I have to ask you. No doubt you have noticed that Talos is no longer speaking. There is a good reason for that.
Aye, 'cause this be your domain.
Right. Also, the elves here so graciously have installed a particular type of magical field that allows me to have more permanence and allows for me to have more control over what the gods can and cannot do here.
Interesting.
Talos.
Interesting. So you found a means to combat the gods.
In a sense, it's more of walking behind a barrier. Unless you're talking or unless you're communing with a dog, anyone knows you walked behind a barrier. They just don't know where you are behind the barrier.
So if any of the gods see fit, say, what was her name? Iomade. So say Iomade suddenly took interest in you, she'd know where to look for ye?
She would know I'm in this barrier somewhere.
Interesting. Sounds useful.
It is. It spans from the mountain ridge from one side to the other. And stops just short of the Ashlands. The thing I wanted to ask
So wait, it would cover Sylphidom?
It does.
I'm not saying this in character.
Oh. Yeah, it does a little bit.
So if it would cover Sylphidom, how was I able to cast a cantrip?
Exactly.
To the mountains, eh?
Yes.
Interesting.
The thing I wanted to ask you, Liam, was why do you have Jurgle following you?
Jurgle? Following me.
Well, he's following someone in your group.
What was the name of this person that Liam's talking to again?
Ashura.
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 Ashura or Ashura.
Okay.
Jurgle. Interesting. Remind me, what's he all about?
He's a ferryman for the dead.
Dead stuff, eh? Sounds like Cyrith's bit.
Yes. I detected the...
Didn't know he was involved with Jurgle at all, though.
There's a lot that man does not tell you.
We're all entitled to our secrets.
That you are, and your party is full of them.
A lot that I'd like to keep secret unless absolutely necessary.
Might I inquire? Because Nashra doesn't necessarily speak directly to me. Why was she attacking you?
I don't know for certain. It's all just conjecture and assumptions.
Oh. I am quite a wise and old being. Enlighten me.
I thought you would have known. This is your domain, after all.
Nashra works outside of... A lot of the people like to believe that we are intertwined. Granted, we are very integral, but she is of her own. A creature. I am what some would call an elemental. And my coherency is because of my permanency. Nashra is nothing more than a giant aspect of nature that is culminated into a creature.
Into a creature.
I can see what she does, but I do not know her words.
I don't know for certain.
Your group is very fascinating. Many scents of different types of blood trail with you. Many areas trekked. Many things done. Both for and against nature. You all seem to be very...
Many rights and wrongs committed.
Aye.
Many triumphs and regrets.
You see on her face a small smile appear, and she says, "There is no real right or wrong. Sometimes nature is just what it is."
Everyone's always the hero of their own story and the villain in another's.
For you creatures, yes, very much so. But for nature, it just is. So you don't know why Jurgle's following you?
Jurgle. I assume Cyrus has something to do with that, but no, I can't tell you at all.
Interesting. So I have a proposal for you, Sea Runner.
I'll at least hear you out.
I have the need of someone who travels beyond the barrier to hold a torch. Many don't know of me beyond this grove. I'd like to change that.
I bow and shake my head. Then I'd suggest you look elsewhere. Wind and the waves are my domain, always have been, always will be. I'm only visiting.
What happens if I offer you protection from Nashra?
I'd still refuse.
So easily? You don't even hear what power I could offer you?
Not interested.
That does.
I'm not going to turn my back on promises made just because it'd be more convenient for me.
Andrew, roll loyalty to Talos. On your passions.
Just let me figure out how to work this again.
D20 plus 2.
Where the hell's my chat window?
I don't know.
Ah, there it is.
Okay, that's a succeed. You can go, or a success. You can go ahead and add a single inspiration.
Where do I add that again?
On the same sheet, or sorry, on the XP and short.
Oh, that's right. We keep it freaking okay. I swear, I'm gonna do this every time.
Yep. That brings you up to your maximum, by the way.
Yay.
Which means that you can spend all 3 of those charges to auto pass or autofill 1d20 roll.
Yay.
That's any. So even a creature. And it's a crit fail too. So
Gotcha.
or crit succeed or crit fail. Okay, yeah, so she pressed a little bit more and then you fervently give back and she pouts and crosses her arms. And she says, "That does sadden me to hear that, Liam. But I can't force you to believe anything. I can't make that. Is there any...
To disappoint.
Unfortunately, there's no other pious people in your group besides Cyrith, and I don't believe we would...
Bear in mind, I bear no malice towards you.
I didn't think you did, Liam. I would like to say there is one other question that is pressing. I overheard you talking about an interesting development that's happening in the East.
Oh?
Something about the moon holding power, and a particular someone called Duran hunting you.
My face goes completely sober. What do you know about it?
Nothing. Like I said, my reach is only here in this grove, which
Where
is
do you
why
know that name?
from your lips.
Hmm.
You spoke about it in these groves, so I was able to hear it.
And what interests you about Duran?
The fact that I need be concerned of the entire world being shooken apart and shattered.
I'm glad someone else is taking that issue seriously.
I wouldn't be too harsh on my cousins. Permanency is only giving me the ability to remember every encounter. I'm sure you've noticed that Telos and many other deities such like himself tend to not always remember conversations or even remember what you just told them 5 seconds ago.
Aye.
And the gods are fickle and tend to ignore us whenever they deem it necessary.
The gods are, interesting creatures.
I heard a brief mention in your party about it, but nothing specific. It sounds like you have an intimate relationship with one of them?
That was not supposed to have been mentioned.
There was only a brief mention by Yuka, someone named Hisra, being of a vast importance, and later on was spoken again about
Mr. Krakus, and I'd prefer you not use that other name.
Mr. Krakus.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, I'm confused. What?
It's a cover name.
So you
Cover
don't
name
want...
I came up for Hisra.
Okay. She looks, oh, interesting. That touchy of a subject.
The gods are not weak creatures. And we made a promise to keep Mr. Krakus's identity secret.
Understood.
Or that name gets around, that's going to be an issue for us. While I've little love for the gods, I'd rather not piss them off if I didn't have to.
Understandable. I might have a barrier here, but if you hit it enough times with the hammer, it will break. And I'd really much like to keep my permanence.
Considering the gods probably made you, aye.
That is a complicated story, one I don't have most memories for. I only maintain the memories I have after I became permanent.
It's a shame. I'd like to learn a bit more about that.
If I could, I think we could work out a trade, but unfortunately I do not have such information.
Then I'll have to look elsewhere.
I believe most of my cousins wouldn't either.
As for Mr. Duran and Mr. Krakus, Mr. Duran is a shapeshifter who's got issues with the gods. I'll tell you what I know.
I'm assuming you relay everything. Is there anything you keep out?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah, so she sits there intently listening. And you finally,
In short, he's going to create to summarize, he's going to create a world free from the influence of the gods, but it's going to shatter our world effectively. Our worlds, I should say.
I think I would most like not that to happen.
I'm a tad indifferent about it.
You are a tad indifferent from the ending of the world?
It wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world, but potentially a return to what should be. This thing that we call existence was never meant to be in the first place.
Do you explain some of the things that Gregory told you? You do?
I explain a little bit about what I think the gods did when they got here, but I just really don't share much of what Gregory said.
Okay. She looks at you, because I'm assuming you don't use Gregory's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you had that internal talk with him, you weren't speaking out loud, so she wouldn't hear any of that. So she looks at you and says, "That is information I did not expect from a creature. Where did you hear something like that?"
Mostly rumors and conjecture. Mr. Krakus, too.
Interesting. Well,
Mr. Krakus, you see, said something. Something that made me think.
Oh.
You see, we did a favor for Mr. Krakus. Again, won't go into detail, so Mr. Krakus made us a deal. He'd make us any magic item we would so desire, so long as we brought him the right materials. Because, and I quote, "Not even the gods can make something out of nothing." End quote. The general legend goes that the gods created this world, the people who walk it, the guardians, you even. The moon, everything. So if the gods made these things, what did they make it from? What was our world before the gods got here? What was the people who walked its surface? What were the guardians? What were you before the gods changed and twisted you into what you are now?
She brings her fingers together and brings it up to her mouth.
Something was here before. Potentially just a singular world.
I'm not about believing the first things I hear, but if by chance, at some point, Mr. Sea Runner, you're able to show me evidence of this claim, this would change a fair bit my long-term goals.
Aye, mostly just rumor and conjecture.
Right, but this isn't just something, and I don't sense ill will in your heart or that you're lying to me. So either you're gravely mistaken, or you have some kernel of truth. And I don't like either of those options.
No. Which is why I'm not averse to the, quote, end of the world, end quote.
I mean, if it's supposed to be as it be, then we should do what we can to remake it. That is, after all, nature's course.
In either case, this isn't my fight.
Are you sure about that?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Join the side of the potentially malicious gods? Try to save what, strange existence or corruption of the natural order we live in now? Or do I join Duran and, well, end the world, so to speak?
You think in only black and whites. There might be other options on the table that you or I are not aware of.
Potentially, but until I come across those are the only two options I see. So I made up a third one, which is, I don't know, prepare for what's coming next.
So
whatever that may be.
Don't take a side, just plan for the world to be shifted into another dimension.
Aye. Fragmented even. Shattered.
I don't know if I would be able to survive that. Part of my permanence comes from these way lines.
Aye, that would be an issue.
I think I will, even without current known evidence for this, I think I will take one impot from you in that third option. I'm going to prepare a way line to try and see if I can survive this upcoming storm.
Repair a way line?
Prepare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In any way you can, I suggest you look into it at the very least.
Liam, I can't give you Talus's voice back to you. That is not under my control. If I could, I would. Just so you're aware that I am not withholding his voice from you. It is just merely the existence of the barrier.
I figured it was some kind of uncontrollable force.
Anyway,
Anything?
my proposition was declined, and you have forthwith giving me some very valuable information. I feel like this trade is uneven. Would you not agree?
I'm just happy to see somebody else taking this issue seriously, honestly.
That is true, but as part of my nature, I like balance.
Aye, so what do you propose?
Are you looking for a way into the high city? That's a joke, I know you are. You're looking for Azragoth.
Humor to boot.
Yeah, he is there. The person you seek. He is at our queen's side.
Your queen.
I refer to her in that way. Me and her have many conversations, and she has earned my respect. And maintains the way line so I may maintain permanence. That's more than I can say with the previous ruler, who just allowed the way lines to decay.
That does sound like an issue.
It is. My permanence is very important to me. I look at it as a death, even if I do continue to keep living. I believe your beings call it something like dementia or Alzheimer's.
Aye.
That's no way to live.
Memory fade.
I can get you into the high city. That seems like a fair enough trade.
Aye, that would be appreciated.
I will, however, warn you that I do not believe you will be able to make Azragoth leave.
Oh? Any particular reason why?
I respect Azragoth. His secrets are his to tell. I'm just forewarning you that you might be going up on an unrelenting force.
Well, my job isn't necessarily to make him leave. It's simply to find him, verify his existence, and politely ask him to. The rest is his choice. My contract says nothing else.
Yes, I have not heard why you seek him out. I've only ever heard the word Irakora brought up a couple times.
Aye. Another interesting one.
I would know nothing about her.
I don't think she's been here.
If she has, she's not spoken her name aloud. I have heard people of that name, but I don't believe it is the same person.
And Mr. Azragoth's never mentioned her, eh?
No, Azragoth has never mentioned anyone.
Interesting. Interesting play he's playing at.
He does like his plays. Anyway.
Regardless, I appreciate the information. If I happen to be in the area again and I find more information on the aforementioned issue, I'll try to seek you out, maybe relay?
Maybe.
If I see any other possible outcomes, I'll tell you what I know. And proof that there was a world here before.
that would put me at ease. Sea Runner, there will be a Asherah priest that will be standing near the gates of the High Courtis Gateway. It's a separate section that leads into the High City of Oterseps. Visit her. Her name is Kotera. You will find the High City to be annoying, but I promise what you need is there. And, as a bonus, the book your friend seeks is there as well. Take care, Sea Runner. I do hope we speak again. And if you do communicate with either of my cousins, tell them to stop by once in a while.
Aye, and who might those be again?
Jurgle and Talos.
Aye. Pass the word along if I happen across either of them in coherent conversation.
Yeah, so she melds back in with the tree, and you see basically her the elven face just left on the tree, and then it like forms into wood. But yeah, and all of a sudden you hear like a fucking bull through a china shop. Brookside stomp behind you and say, "Liam, why'd you stop? Where are we going?"
We're going back to camp.
Okay. Did you just want to walk? Like,
Aye, something like that, sure.
okay. Well, let's go. So yeah, you guys walk on back to camp. Hamari, you've been sitting at camp, and Cyrith has been unusually quiet. Yuka seems to be by herself. Elrilla's dug into her book. But the little bird on Elrilla's shoulder, it's like a crystallized bird, and it's been staring at you this whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you do anything about it.
But that particular thing...
You're not even sure it's alive. It always follows Brookside around.
It's another one of those mechanical things, and she sees them as little things, as toys or playthings or servants.
Right.
I don't know, Hamari's kind of hoping one of those idiot proselytizers? Proselytizers is going to be dumb enough to try to follow them out of here.
Got to a group of converts standing out in the forest. I think they went this way. Now they went this way. No, they're elves and Asherah priests. They probably know the way. But anyway, yeah, so you're sitting there near the campfire, and you, like I said, this area is well trodden. There's actually like a couple campsites around. They're a little bit further spread apart. You guys are close to the bridge, and one of the nearer campsites, you can hear again that damn tune, like Ocean's Deep, playing, or somebody playing it on a lute in the campsite far away. You could just pick up the tones and stuff of it.
Use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Okay.
Seems that music is very widespread.
Yeah. You pretty much haven't gone anywhere where you don't hear plays, music, art. Like it's everywhere. It's prevalent. You hear the music die out, and then you hear in the darkness somebody approaching your camp from roughly in the same direction the music was coming from.
Can I slink away from the fire and attempt to intercept them stealthily?
Roll me a stealth check. You're looking probably for a DC 14. They're not really planning on anything bad.
Stealth. Why do I not see it? There we go.
Sneak, I think it's called, maybe. Not as stealth. Okay, yeah. So You slink away into the forest like Homer through the bush, and you come out the other end. You see a elf carrying a lute as well as a couple other instruments, entering down the path towards your camp. You can get a drop on him however you want.
Why is this window so fucking stupid?
Because it's made of windows.
No, it's in Roll20. Like, somehow my character sheet got moved higher than the window.
Oh,
so the top half is like cut off, and I can't fucking. Just gonna have to. Why that's a thing that can happen is beyond me. All right, so my intention is I'm going to, sneak up behind this person.
Elf.
I am in the wrong game.
They're an elf, not a person. No, not even a comment.
No, I opened up the wrong game. That's the one I'm looking for. Yes, that's the one. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna sneak up behind this elf, with knife drawn, kind of grab him, like, intercept him, be like, why are you here?
Yeah, he's
behind.
Like, hey, it's okay. Wait, you're Dragonborn?
Yeah, don't change the subject. What do you want? What are you doing here?
I'm just going camp to camp, like performing. That's all. You can let me go. I'll leave. Leave right now.
You're a performer, a bard, a minstrel.
Yes. Also, great singer, and also good at plays, and good at the sex.
The hell are you implying?
He's just like, nothing. I'm just trying to make light of the situation that I currently find myself in. Please don't kill me.
Uh-huh. How much you charge for your services?
But it depends on the service.
I tell you what, if you can guess the service right and not insult me, I won't kill you.
It's like 5 copper.
For
I thought the whole thing of not insulting you was assuming it wasn't the sexual service, it was the singing and dancing and performing service.
No, I wanted sex now.
You're dead.
Here you go, son. I got you a new plaything.
Death by no snoo.
Yes. I will relax. I will, take the knife away from him. Push him towards the camp. It's like, okay, well, entertain us. You're here.
Yeah, he enters on over. Liam, you and Brookside get back, and you see an elf with Hamari behind, brandishing something, pointing at him as he's got his hands up, walking towards the camp. Sai looks up and says, "Oi, the hell are you?" And then Yuka looks at Sai and is like, "Did you just change your accent?"
I was going to say, when the hell did you become from Wales or whatever the hell it is?
Because the problem is, like, occasionally when Franco plays Sai, he just makes him do weird accents every once in a while, so I just assume it's actually part of his character. Yeah, Yuka's like, "Did you just change the accent?" And Sai's like, "Shut up. I'm trying to be incognito." "Oh, yeah, what do you want?" And the minstrel's like, "I'm just over here to see if you want me to perform."
He's going to be our entertainment for the evening, isn't that right, little
my name is John Sell. Like Hound John Sell, the Padian.
Wouldn't happen to know any good shanties, would you?
Actually, yes, I do.
Oh.
He turns because Brookside knew, and he sees Brookside. He's like, "Oh, mother of Ashura," and he like clutches his lute, and Brookside's like, "Hi."
Something wrong?
Yeah, I've never seen a mechanical friend.
You've never seen something like Mr. Brookside, eh?
Brookside holds out his massive hand. He's like, "Hi, I'm Brookside." And then the little crystalline bird flies over and like does some fucking like Snow White singing and shit like that. And the minstrel like tentatively like brings out his hand and he like winces as Brookside gently closes his hand out and shakes it. Says, "Hi, Brookside. Nice to meet you. Sorry, our culture's a bit weird about metal. There's no offense to you. Seem like a pleasant folk." It's like, "I am." And then Brookside goes over and sits down next to Irilla. But yeah, he looks to you, Liam, and says, he looks at his hand kind of like, "Huh, I still have my hand." He says, "Yes, I do know a fair few shanties."
Hey, I'd like to hear a few if you've had the time.
Sure, 5 copper per performance.
I'll pay for
I
3.
tell you what, music boy. Here's a gold piece. Entertain us for the night.
He looks at it, bites it, and says, hot damn."
And remember, no disappointments or insults.
Oops.
He bows and says, "Yes, Miss Dragonborn."
You may call me mistress.
"Yes, mistress." And
Thank
he bows. Sighs like, "Hey, what you got here, performer?" It's like, and then you go elbows him. It's like, "Just stop." It's like, okay. But yeah, so you guys get around camp, and he performs for 3 or 4 hours before you guys start settling down. While you guys are preparing rations, he actually takes a quick intermission. He's apparently a little bit of a cook, and he kind of does a couple things as well as some local herbs that are around the camp to make your food a little bit better. But yeah, he basically keeps alternating from a shanty to a story, and he does do the Ocean's Deep song eventually, Himari. He has a slightly different rendition of it. Again, it's in Elvish, so you don't fucking know the lyrics, but Arilla seems to be at one point annoyed by it, and then eventually she like puts down the book as like watching the performance, and you all have a really pleasant night, and you all gain either 1 XP or 1 inspiration of your choice.
I'm trying to figure out if I should make a roll to see how
level up!
indulgent I want to be.
You could start with your love of music, passion roll. That would also get you an XP. By the way, Liam.
No. I'm trying to see like all the services he offered, including up to the sex thing. I'm trying to see exactly how indulgent she wants to be.
Oh,
like, all right.
Yeah. You need that 10 now.
I was gonna say temperate versus indulgent. It's literally a
yeah. I don't remember giving myself +8 in indulgent, but hey, what we got?
Anyway, Liam, can you roll me a d20 on your obsession for End of the World? I meant to make you do that when you were talking to Ashura. I completely fucking spaced it.
What kind of roll is that?
It's your passion roll, so it's a d20. So if you look at your XP, you'll see obsession, End of the World, normal +2. So you roll a d20 +2.
Oops.
Well, it's not a 1, so that's good. Oh, by the way, did you give yourself 1 XP when you rolled loyalty for Talos?
I did not.
Okay, make sure you do it because it's checked.
Okay, well, I'd level up.
Oh, nice. Okay, so your thing goes to 42. This goes back to 0, and then add on the. I'm assuming you have 1 extra now. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see here. And you may perform that level up in full, Andrew.
It's been so long since I've leveled up, I forgot how. I might have to go over that later.
Yeah, I fucking completely forgot how to spell your goddamn name. Lia.
Yeah, because with that thing, I'm going to choose the one next to you for that thing too to actually level up as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost as if you planned it this way. Stop acting dumb.
Legitimately did not plan it this way because it really depend on how you guys were going to use the system.
I suspect heresy, but I'll let it slide.
All right, well, anyways, my trait roll is I'm going for indulgent.
Oops, wrong campaign.
Give me a second to process what you just said. I'm doing some other things.
Okay, no, that's fine. Just saying.
There, I vomited in my mouth.
Oh, interesting. So I went back to the Smoke and Mirrors campaign so I could look back at the list of gods, and there's some interesting revelations in there.
Mm-hmm. Those gods have been kicking around in my head for about 8-9 years, Andrew.
Yay.
And they have origins.
Yeah, I see that now.
Uh-huh. Like Damari. That name ring a bell for you, Stump?
What? Sorry, I was reading about different levels I could take. Say it one more time.
Damari.
Damari.
From your Val, not one-shot campaign that we did.
I need to look at my notes for them. There's a lot of people with weird names.
Yeah,
short form campaign.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. That's probably a better format. It's the dwarven bitch, the one who has magical power that's leading the dwarves.
Okay.
She's lawful good.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah, the thing is, like you said earlier, Andrew, heroes are written by the ones who survive, right? Like, in her mind,
everyone's the hero of their own story and the villain in another's.
Yep. So yeah, she's good in her mind. She's got laws.
Then again, this god chart was kind of made back when we had to deal with the alignment system.
Yep. Yeah, I've never.
So really, all of these are just subjective.
Yeah,
could probably safely be ignored.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't even remember most of them, but I guarantee you 10-1, Andrew, that if you threw any one at me that wasn't chaotic evil, I could probably ignore it and tell you why it's still relevant. But I think I put Morven as a chaotic evil.
Yes, Morven is chaotic evil.
That
human? Question mark?
That one's definitely wrong. I hadn't fully fleshed out how I wanted that all to work. I had bits and pieces, but I didn't have the whole thing. And again, I just had to use the alignment, so I would say he's not chaotic evil, he's just evil.
Yeah. Like I said, this was made when we had to deal with the alignment system.
Yeah. But
we were at the end of learning the roleplay systems, and we were trying to follow things as best we could.
Yep. 2 points.
Before we learned how to modify things to be better.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Morven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not Duran. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple others in there that I left open because I wanted them to be the ones you find in the West Marches.
Then again, he is the god of trickery, lies, and war, so maybe Morven's not even his real name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you left some of them to be discovered.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so... Hamari, I've had time to vomit several times. Tell me what you're doing. That's great. I'm glad we're just...
No, I had muted myself. Sorry.
I figured that's what happened.
Well, anyways, yeah, she's gonna use him to her full advantage, basically, because this is a male, correct?
I mean, they're all elves. They all look effeminate. He sounds masculine.
Yeah, well, she's gonna treat him like the servant that he is.
Lol.
That he is. Yeah, it's been a long road, a lot of stress, and a weird new land, so he's gonna take care of some of that.
Okay, we'll go ahead and veil that.
Oh, you don't want to ERP at this?
I mean, so I can do it.
I mean,
and
you really want to vomit.
I can do it really well. I can show you an entire novel's worth of examples.
I just have to go look up some lizard anatomy so I know my words correctly, my terminology.
Cloaca.
Yeah, I know what a cloaca is, but
anyway, no.
Basically, the gist of it is that she's basically just using him to as much as she can.
Yeah,
while still holding a knife.
I think indulge.
While still holding a knife.
Yep, he can't screw up.
Oh, I'm sure that's porn somewhere. Anyway,
if he isn't scared, she's not happy.
Yeah.
Yup, that checks out.
So the question I have a couple lead up questions before I start doing a roll because it's funny. One.
Okay.
Is it apparent, because you have your own tent and stuff, and you usually set it off to the side? Are you trying to hide the fact that you're taking this minstrel with you back to your tent, or do you not care?
Yeah, why would I hide it?
Okay, I just want to know. Secondly, how much are you paying him?
I gave him a gold piece for the night.
Oh, okay. I think he's terrified enough that he's not going to. Yeah,
I told him not to insult her point.
Yep. So, okay. And your point to this is that he is not going to enjoy the night at all.
No, he's going to get nothing satisfying out of it.
Okay, I was gonna make some type of charisma roll, but that's not necessary now. Yeah, I guess just give me a con check. Looking for a DC 12.
I literally just click on.
Yep. Constitution saving throw.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a factor?
Constitution is not checked.
Yep. So it's 5. Yeah, that's a factor. So yeah, the night goes incredibly well for you. Absolutely horseshit for him.
Good.
He's when you finally exhaust yourself and you're done for the night, and you finally close your eyes. At some point in the scenario which you close your eyes, he's grabbed all of his stuff and fucking ran. You can make. Where's that stupid sheet? Go ahead and add 1 tick mark to discover why you can't stomach magical teleportation. There should be brackets to the right of it. You just fill one of those in with an X. Turns out the remedy is just exposing yourself to a foreign land. I did not mean that to be sexual, but that's how it turned out.
Inclusivity.
No!
I can't be xenophobic! No, I was just trying to think of some way to reward for, a decent night, good for you, bad for him, and you roll a high con, and I felt like, I don't know how to reward this. And
I think you do.
XP is not warranted, and I think you're just going to get a tick for you've expressed your constitution in a way that has helped you gain a bit of vigor that you otherwise would not have had, and that makes you that much more slightly physically in tune with teleportation issues.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll also say for the next day, if you want to write down a note in the end of the game notes, that you have a +1 moving forward for all of the next day. For a good mood.
For once.
For once.
I'm always in a good mood. You guys just spoil it.
Good mood just happens to be extra stabby.
Yeah.
Huh.
I just imagine Hamari sitting down in the campsite, and then she goes to eat her food, and she eats it, and then her eye snaps open, and she looks like she has a brain hemorrhage, and then just pops above her head, ate without a table. And just starts murdering everyone.
One of the exploits that Seth did in Quasimorph was you take human meat, you go to a crafting table, and if you have tin, you can instead turn it into canned food, and it no longer increases your Quasimorphosis.
Oh.
That's no longer a thing. But Seth remarked that it wasn't about eating your fellow man, it was about table manners.
That's fucking great.
Then he immediately, disclaimer, this has been patched out of the game. We're done, boys. It's over. The good news is that they improved the workbench so much that we're back in it.
Goddamn.
Hey Ben, anyway. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you level up on this sheet, because I remember just being able to add levels, and
you have to
enter everything.
You had in the right spot, but you're a multi-class, so you have to they have to hit the other gear icon here.
Huh.
And in there is where your other fighter levels are.
Okay.
So if you want to improve your fighter level, you'll have to change that second class fighter. You'll have to change that value. But if you just want to improve your assassin to level 11, then you would just change that. You go back up to the top and change that 10 to an 11, and that should propagate through the sheet to alter some stuff. But you'll have to add in your other things you get. I don't have my D&D book on me right now. It's all downstairs.
Well, it's nice because I think what's that ability called? Reliable talent. Anything that I have proficiency with, if I roll less than a 10, it's considered 10.
You got the... Wait, anything you're proficient in?
Yeah, by 11th level, you refine your chosen skills until they approach perfection. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus to each die 20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So, okay, that's a ability check, I should say.
Right, so that's the...
It's like dexterity and intelligence.
So... Well, that doesn't make sense. The game doesn't ever really tell people to roll ability checks. I think what it's saying is... It says checked?
Yeah, it says... Yeah, it's literally like... Let's see if I...
Because you don't have checked abilities. You have checked saving throws, and you have checked skills.
I just copied and pasted what I found.
Chosen skills until they approach perfection. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus.
Well, because a skill is basically just whatever an ability plus your proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you make an ability check, that lets you add your proficiency bonus. So your skills are basically a modified ability check.
Yeah.
Skills run off of abilities, so that would technically be an ability check.
Yep. And anything that's checked adds your proficiency bonus. So it's anything, yeah. I'm just curious to know if there's a way to make the character sheet automatically do that. Because it's not like you're adding a +9, it's just you can't roll any less than a 10. Don't see it. Don't see a way to do it. Without fucking with the sheet. I forgot you have expertise in 5 fucking skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rogues are insane.
Yep.
Let's see.
So yeah, just make sure that when you're rolling those stats, you're paying more attention to what your modifier is.
Here's my hit points.
Yay, you now have
69. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You'll always have one less.
My sneak attack is now 6d6.
Goddamn.
Nice.
It doesn't help that how you basically leveled was okay. Anyway. Yeah, in some cases you roll at plus 12 for acrobatics. And the fact that you can no longer get less than 13 or lower.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Rolling a 10. So that's you can't
12
get
is my base.
Yeah, so
I can't get any less than 22.
22, so it's 22, 21, 20, 20, 21, and then
17.
17. That's pretty ridiculous.
I'm a rogue. I'm all about the skills.
Right. But I remember the bard having fucking something like this, but it was involved with like charisma, all charisma based rolls that involve like talking to somebody that isn't like saving throw. You can never roll any less than a 10. No, I thought that was busted. I think they get that very early on, though. Like, it took you to level 11 to get that. Okay. But yeah, that will be today's session.
Did that actually add something on there?
Add what?
Is that like search for the class talent or ability, rogue reliable talent? I tried to drag and drop. And it's like drop here to add it, and I don't see it actually on anywhere.
Let me try.
So I was looking at the skills, see if there's.
Fucking drag it like I usually could. I think they broke how the fucking compendium worked. Compendium used to be able to drag shit. I can't drag anything. Are you able to drag
Sure,
anything?
it isn't browser problems again?
Apparently. There's a Chrome, too, so you can still have the same thing.
Yeah, it just says accept and drop the compendium. Nothing happens.
Alright, so then I guess the easiest thing to do is just fucking add it. There you go. Anyway, yeah, that is the session for now. Wait.
I'm just seeing what how it rolls. If it actually did anything by adding it.
It didn't.
No, it didn't.
Because that 14 shouldn't be like that. It should be a 20. Yeah, it's one. Well, the thing is, since it was handwritten, it would need a companion to have actually had any teeth. But I don't see any way to add a minimum roll. You probably have to set up separate macro to do it. There probably is a way to do it where it's like you can set up a macro that calls to your character sheet, where the macro is like roll a d20, the result can be no less than 10. Take this skill modifier equals roll. So there's probably a way to do it, and you just can make one.
They're reliable. There's a button literally like reliable talent on.
Wait, really? Where's that?
Yeah, it's on the
Under
sheet.
settings.
Way down here at the bottom of skill options.
Let me see this.
Reliable talent.
I must see it with my own eyes.
Middle of the sheet, very bottom, skill options. Right above that past perception modifier. Reliable talent on. So if I do that, now what happens?
Yep, it's using a macro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's literally showing that weird. It's like it's bracketed a certain weird way.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's minimum 10. Okay.
Wait. 8. Right, you're going to roll a whole lot of just 20s because there's going to be a lot of times where you rolled a shit ton of ones that were below 10.
Yep. 50% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
For that
all the time.
But anyways, yeah, that's good.
I like how all your right rolls, though, were, like, above. For the most part.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Andrew, do you have any questions about your level up?
Maybe later.
Okay.
Pop on a few times. I might have one.
Right. Try and get in the chat tomorrow. But yeah. Next weekend I have my niece and nephew, and I'm hoping that after that life calms down a bit. So I wanted to plan for barotrauma, but Jake is incapable of being able to play, so it
What happened to his computer?
No. It's just not in a good spot right now to socialize.
I see.
So he's limiting his social battery to like specific things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, size 1 fucking XP away from leveling. Lydia's only 3. So this has been a pretty good test of this system. That, when you don't engage with either of the systems, you fall way behind. But if you engage with one or the other, you stay respectively leveled enough.
Yeah, because I don't think I've done the conflict system for a while.
Personality trait, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting too because it benefits you too. Like if you especially it would benefit you more, Andrew, as like a new character where you're still trying to figure out what you want the character to be.
Problem is, I know what the character or what I want the character to be, but I have a hard time putting it into numbers.
Right, and that's why something like that is kind of beneficial or useful, is because, Oh, I see what you're talking about. You're saying when you're a new character, yeah. And my
current character too.
Yeah, my perfect idea would be some way to remove the ability modifiers and add something else that's a little bit more straightforward. I think a system like this could be beneficial, but the problem is a system like this is designed to be put on top of, if not replace, like a 5e XP mesh, because when you have a lot of these other games like Blades in the Dark or Powered by the Apocalypse systems, or other games that have a lot of social stuff, they have already ways of dealing with, narrative social XP. So something like this being tacked on isn't helpful.
Got something for you, actually.
What's that?
I gotta figure out what it is. One of Runesmith's recent videos. Here we go. Oh, not Decapodians. Where the hell is it?
One thing, while you're looking that up, Andrew. So I've been playing Final Fantasy 14, and there's a small lick of a good idea in how Final Fantasy 14 does crafting. They basically have it where QLL features where you can basically just automate it for how many pieces you have. You can just tell your character to make it as long as you've synthesized it once. But when you want to synthesize something and you want to make it into a better quality and you want to have these other characteristics, you basically have a class. Your crafting is its own class, and that class gets abilities like an MMO. And you have to use those abilities in an order or a certain way to get the better quality or the different features you want. So I was thinking that there is a semblance of a really good idea there to help fix crafting in a game. Like a game that, because a lot of people use crafting as a feature, and it's really not if it's not done either well, or a lot of QLL features that allow you to actually enjoy it. But at its core, it's not super fun or engaging or interactive. I was thinking of a game that you could have, what little crafting there is always hands-on, and the abilities and stuff you use change and manipulate the thing you're crafting. And what keeps coming to mind is like Dark Cloud, the old game. You used to be able to take weapons, level them up separately, and then give them personalities, and then like eventually combine them together. And I keep bringing that up because it'd be kind of interesting to have armor or weapons or furniture that when you have a skill in a crafting, and that gives you access to new abilities. Well, those new abilities can do different things, and you have an ability that's like, oh, innate carving. It adds innate carvings onto this component or onto this item, and that increases the quality, but it brings down the like durability or something like that. So you could customize, weapons and stuff like that, or furniture and stuff like that, or armor and stuff like that. So, hey, you have some really like beautiful looking fucking armor, but it has like less durability. And I thought of it a little bit too. I'm like, oh, you could also fix the durability system in games by allowing the breaking of, because Dark Cloud did this a little bit, but it failed at allowing for breaking something being useful. They ended up just kind of negating it. My thought process was, if you have a piece of kit or armor that, I know it doesn't make world sense, or it doesn't make real sense, but it makes world sense depending on the game you make, that, say you have a piece of armor, a chest piece, and you get beaten on, and finally it breaks. You go to repair it, and you basically run it through these, and you have to wait till it breaks. You have to run it through the crafting sequence again. So now you can add like a 10th of what you initially made it out of. So now when you fix your armor, your armor is 110% better. Or it could have a new feature, like, oh, it wasn't ornate before, now it is ornate. Or now it has a cape, or now it has another like fancy thing on it. Or you can enhance its durability, or enhance its like padding or something like that. And the idea would be is you want to break items, you want to beat on them, so you can repair them and make them better. And maybe each armor or weapon is only allowed to have so many repairs before it can't be enhanced anymore. And I thought that might be a unique way to make crafting, durability, less of an annoying mechanic, and give a bit of customability that feels a little bit more flowing and natural when you build a game.
Pathfinder did scaling weapons. I know about.
Oh,
and they increase in power and gain different abilities and stuff based on your level. So the weapons and or armor grow with you.
Yeah, I think in World of Warcraft they had something like that, like a soul bond weapon.
One of the examples they gave was a weapon that you painstakingly crafted, and it somehow gained spiritual essence. Like, you spend a lot of time carefully honing and crafting this weapon, so much so that it has become bonded to your being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love to see a game incorporate something like that. Like like you said, every time you make something, like you craft it, it has a chance of attracting a spirit to it. So you could just keep crafting armor until you get the spirit you want. Kind of like Pokemon.
All right, well, I'm going to be heading out, so you guys have a good night.
Right, you too. But the thing I wanted to show you is actually not all that consequential.
Okay.
It was the Book of Spirits. Because I remember seeing it as an advertisement from RuneSmith. He does in video ads.
Mm-hmm.
And the sponsor was the Book of Spirits, which introduces the resonance system. While you're in the spirit world, you can change the outcome of the battle by role-playing your character. With a new resonance system, you can channel your character's emotion to affect ethereal adversaries and allies. Standing resolute in front of your fear stifles a terror spirit. just as giving in to anger kindles a spirit of wrath.
A little bit more mechanical.
But that's, I believe, specific to the spirit realm.
Right. It's still an interesting idea. It's a little bit more mechanical advantage of role-playing your character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's definitely a system out there, some way of, like, for pen and paper. And I think this, like Pendragon, because that's where I took these personality trait system, has, like, a lot of the idea, but it's just not fully there yet. And I've been trying to figure out how to allow people to play a character without feeling that they need to have everything fleshed out, or play a character that like you can still keep learning and enjoy and grow, and it feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. But giving an easy way for a DM to reward that behavior without it just being you need to remember to do all of this other stuff while you're already doing all this other stuff. Like the passion systems would be part of the prep that I currently have, which is, I would probably expand the passions out a bit and maybe make critical failures less likely, get critical successes a little less likely, and given the range a little bit more, maybe a different die, maybe a D100 or something like that. But the idea being make passion rolls a way to kind of plot out a session. Because if a character has certain traits and they also have certain passions, you can kind of prepare a system. Like you could basically like, oh, today is like Liam and Yuka's day. So like, because the other one's got their day. So then you look at what you two got, and then as you already have the adventure planned out, you're like, okay, how can I incorporate their traits and their passions in with this session that's coming up? And trying to figure out a way to do that that's more easier on the DM. Because that's why I really like simplistic low systems like Powered by the Apocalypse or Blades in the Dark. That allows for back and forth narrative control with the players. And I think games that DMs and players can both build the world together, and it's not just the DM dictating everything, tend to be a lot more relaxed and fun. Not that you can't have good structure with having a DM that has all their shit together, but it can be very stressful. And it can feel a little bit domineering to a lot of players when they feel like they can't have any impact.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, fun talking to you, Andrew. I'm going to head out for the night. I need to let my dogs out and talk to Michelle for about an hour.
Right. You have a good one.
Yep, have a good night. Talk to you in a bit, Michelle. I'm going to go let the dogs out.